I'm just going to go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up.
I mean, you know, it's interesting. It's an interesting time now. People get on these blogs and they just, start just spewing off stuff that's not even factual.
Right.
But, I let the fodder just go out there until I'm ready to respond.
Kind of done. This is...
You're not really.
I've already discussed it with my kids. I wasn't really going to do it.
There's some talk about Hollywood influencers being forced out, and now Katt Williams seems to be facing a similar situation. He's mentioned feeling like his life might be in danger, and he's even thinking about stepping back from his stand-up career. He's given himself about 2 years, feeling like time's ticking. In the comedy scene, drama often takes center stage, and a big feud that got a lot of attention involved Katt Williams and Wanda Smith. Katt recently called out Wanda during a guest spot on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay Shay. This spat has really caught fire online, with people digging into what's behind this ongoing beef. Let's dive into how this clash started and why Wanda might be trying to smear Katt's name. Wanda Smith made a name for herself as a radio host and comedian on Atlanta's V103 radio station, co-hosting the popular Frank and Wanda in the Morning Show. She's been in the game for a while, starting out as a writer for Def Comedy Jam. On top of her radio gig, she's dipped into acting, appearing in movies like Madea Goes to Jail and Medea's Witness Protection. But it's not just about entertainment for Wanda. She's also big on women's empowerment. She founded Girls Stand Together, a movement focused on supporting and uplifting women from all walks of life. Her dedication to empowering women shows she's all about making a positive impact, both in and out of the spotlight. During her career, Wanda Smith formed a strong partnership with radio personality Frank Ski, creating a dynamic duo that brought laughter and entertainment to their audience over the airwaves. Despite her significant accomplishments and contributions to the industry, Wanda Smith's sudden departure from V103 and the subsequent lack of updates have left many curious about her next moves. The uncertainty surrounding Smith's professional path raises questions about whether she'll return to broadcasting or explore new avenues to channel her passion for comedy and empowerment. The absence of clear information adds a sense of mystery to Wanda Smith's future, leaving fans and industry observers intrigued about what's next for this influential figure in radio and comedy.
I don't even know what that was. Like, what did I do to you? Did I say something about you? Did I don't know. When I was looking at him, I couldn't even respond.
Speculation has been swirling about Wanda Smith's abrupt departure from V103 possibly being linked to her feud with Katt Williams. According to Williams, he believes Wanda was out to get him, likening her actions to what he claims many Hollywood elites do. In a recent episode of Willie D Live on January 9th, following his notable interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe a week earlier, Katt Williams talked about various aspects of his life. He shared stories about his early intelligence as a child, moving to Miami as a teenager, and the journey that led to his fame as a comedian and actor. About 50 minutes into the conversation, host Willie D brought up Williams' infamous exchange with former V103 radio host Wanda Smith in 2018. Williams defended his conduct, stating, "Be careful when you say how badly I did her because I never called her out of her name. I was very composed." The star of Friday After Next characterized the situation as both a trap and a setup, describing it as an interesting scenario where attempting to trap something larger than the trap itself leads to unexpected outcomes. Williams used the analogy of setting a trap for a turtle, only to have a rhinoceros step into it, creating an entirely different situation.
Like, all my enemies all look the same in the whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries, Spears, they all look.
Katt Williams further detailed the circumstances leading up to his interview at V103, shedding light on what happened behind the scenes. According to him, a woman convinced him to do an impromptu interview that he hadn't planned for or prepared. Despite his initial hesitation, she insisted, promising that the interview would focus solely on celebrating his recent Emmy win for the city and would steer clear of sensitive topics like his children or legal issues. Reflecting on the conversation, Williams recalled the woman saying, "Katt, come on, you just won an Emmy for the city. I just want to give you your flowers. I won't talk about kids. I won't talk about no jail." However, he expressed disappointment when he entered the room, and the interviewer didn't mention the Emmy at all. Williams clarified that he didn't intend to hurt anyone's feelings and recognized the difficult position the woman was in. He added, "I'm bantering with you because you keep acting like you're qualified to do that." The pivotal moment during the show that led Katt Williams to feel like the woman was out to destroy him happened happened when he was a guest alongside comedian Red Grant, who was in Atlanta for his weekend shows. The interview was already making waves because Williams had been taking shots at fellow comedians like Jared Carmichael, Lil Rel, Kevin Hart, and Hannibal Buress. He particularly called out Tiffany Haddish, questioning her comedic skills despite her success in Girls Trip, saying, "She'd been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." Tensions between Williams and Wanda Smith reached a boiling point around the 13-minute mark when he criticized her interviewing style. The situation escalated when Smith made the mistake of suggesting that Williams had a dated perm. Even though the segment was almost over and co-host Frank Ski was about to cut to commercial, things got heated, leading to a viral moment in broadcasting history. Setting the record straight, Katt Williams responded defiantly, stating, "My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm. Come run one of your gnarled fingers through it." The heated exchange between Williams and Smith continued to escalate, with Williams hurling more insults. He went as far as suggesting that she remove her headphones and wig. In response, Smith fired back, advising Williams to take off them old-ass clothes you got on. Unfazed, Williams decided to make a point by opening his jacket, revealing an item he claimed was from an unreleased Versace collection. In a sarcastic tone, Williams remarked, "Shout out to Forever 21 necklace collection," as co-host Frank Ski struggled to contain his laughter and transition to a commercial break to salvage the situation. Williams didn't let up, stating, "Only one of us has $12 worth of jewelry on. If you want to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Citgo or Quick Trip. If you buy 2 packs of Newport 100S, they will give you everything Wanda has on right now for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash." The insults continued to fly as the tension in the room reached its peak. Williams didn't hold back, launching a series of weight-related jokes aimed at Smith during the interview. "If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't calm me down." When Smith referred to him as Lil Mama, Williams fired back with, "You probably shouldn't talk about sizes. You're big on the radio." In response to Smith's suggestion that he had spent time in prison, Williams quickly set the record straight, asserting, "I have 19 felonies, no convictions." The aftermath of the interview took a dramatic turn resembling an episode of Atlanta. The day after the segment, it was reported that Smith's husband, Lamorris Sellers, allegedly confronted and chased Williams into a Home Depot. According to reports, the comedian Katt Williams informed Gwinnett County Police that Lamorris Sellers, the husband of Wanda Smith, a co-host for radio station V103, had allegedly pointed a at him outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, as reported by WSB-TV. Sellers, however, offered a different account to the police. He claimed that he had chased Williams into a nearby supermarket but denied pointing a at him, stating that his firearm had fallen out of his waistband during the pursuit. After the reported altercation between Williams and Sellers following the interview, Smith addressed both incidents on air. She recounted that at the Comedy Theater, Williams approached her, stating, "I told you messing with me will make you go viral." This encounter led to Sellers pursuing Williams into a Food Depot supermarket. Due to legal constraints, Smith refrained from providing additional details about the altercation. However, she openly discussed feeling attacked during her interview with Williams. "I sensed that from the beginning of his conversation, he had an agenda to confront me, and it made me uneasy," Smith elaborated. "He seemed to be targeting me. I'm not the type of comedian to engage in a back and forth. When he started coming at me, it threw me off. I didn't know how to respond because I didn't want to engage in that kind of dialogue out of respect. I am not playing victim," Smith added. "I am not a jokester like that. I don't know how to do that. He did it. He won. It threw me off." As for what the Emmy-winning Williams had to say about Haddish, that's below. "Haddish has been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back-to-back for an hour," he said. "They all ready to down Monique and up somebody who has shown them Girls Trip. Did you think she wrote Girls Trip? Or do you think that was already a script and they handed it to her? It's up to you whatever you want to believe." Haddish has since responded via Twitter. "It's official, I made it. Cat Pack all day talked about me and didn't have his facts right. You win, Shirity. I look forward to seeing you on Monday, Cat, when we pick up our Emmys. I just want to shower you with real love because you need it, and I love you." However, Wanda's husband denied that he pointed the at Cat. Sellers openly admitted to pursuing Williams, heading to a nearby Food Depot supermarket, as he believed Williams was verbally assaulting assaulting his wife without any justification. According to Sellers, he witnessed Williams making a direct approach towards Smith outside the club, echoing his wife's account of the incident. Initially addressing Smith with, "There's the lady of the hour," Williams reportedly lit a cigarette and remarked to Smith, "I told you messing with me would make you go viral." Sellers intervened at this point, advising Williams, "Bro, you need to find something else to do." According to Sellers, Williams escalated the situation dramatically, responding with, "You find something to do? I'll fight you. I'll fight your big expletive." Williams allegedly moved closer to Sellers. In a tense confrontation, Sellers, notably larger at 370 pounds and standing at 6'2" compared to Williams, began advancing towards the comedian. Williams, recognizing the threat, swiftly fled towards the food depot. Despite the efforts of a bodyguard to intervene, Sellers and the bodyguard found themselves in a scuffle. Amidst the chaos, Sellers mentioned that his fell out of his waistband and onto the ground. Observing this, Williams continued to run into the supermarket. Sellers asserted that he quickly retrieved the and resumed the chase. Inside the food depot at the register area, Sellers noticed that Katt Williams had moved into the aisles. Aware of the attention from onlookers, Sellers decided to defuse the situation. "I wasn't trying to cause a commotion," Sellers explained. "I walked past the bodyguard and apologized. Nothing personal against you. He doesn't pay you enough to do this job." I could tell from his expression and demeanor that he didn't want any part of what Katt was doing. Sellers, who had been carrying a for a decade, admitted that he sometimes forgets he has it. Notably, he did not have in a holster on that particular night. Sellers wanted to clarify that Williams initiated the situation, not him. According to Sellers, the incident had nothing to do with the on-air banter. Instead, it was about Williams targeting his wife when he came to the club. "This situation made me look like the weakest, lamest person in the world," Sellers expressed. "It made me look like I got mad because my wife got roasted by Katt Williams on the air. It had nothing to do with what was on the air. That's what comedians do. When he came to the club, he targeted my wife. As a man, I'm not built like that. I couldn't possibly let that happen. I have to protect my wife. I wasn't looking for conflict. I just wanted him to keep it moving. He chose to do different." Sellers, who has been married to Smith for 9 years, believes that Williams intentionally created drama to gain attention for his upcoming tour and Netflix special. Williams reported to the Gwinnett County Police that Sellers had pointed a gun at him. However, a food depot video, though it lacked footage of the club altercation, showed no visible firearm. "He never saw the barrel of the Sellers clarified. "The video shows I had nothing in my hand. I had shoved it back into my waist." When asked by TMZ photographers, Williams avoided giving a clear statement about the incident and instead asked, "If someone did pull out a why would you do that? If it's not to shoot somebody, what is it?" He admitted to being easily scared, saying, "Yes." The backlash was so severe that Wanda was fired from the show. It became evident that Wanda held grudges against Williams, but that's not all. Williams also disclosed alleged questionable actions by Hollywood elites. In a candid conversation with Vlad TV, Williams shared a troubling encounter where he felt uncomfortable due to what he perceived as advances from Diddy. Williams attended a party at Diddy's lavish mansion, expecting a night of mingling with other celebrities. However, the evening took an unexpected turn when Williams noticed something unusual. There were no women present, only men.
All lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Feeling uneasy, Williams attempted to leave, but Diddy persistently pursued him, making suggestive comments and even offering a suspicious drink. Sensing the situation, Williams declined the drink and firmly expressed his lack of interest in Diddy's advances. In his own words, Williams emphasized his stance, regardless of Diddy's wealth, fame, or power. "I am not gay, and I am not going to sleep with you." However, his rejection seemed to shock and offend Diddy, who resorted to trying to intimidate Williams by threatening to harm his career. Undeterred, Williams stood his ground, emphasizing that he had nothing to fear. Eventually, Williams managed to find an exit from the party, putting the unsettling encounter behind him. His decision to disclose this experience stemmed from a desire to illuminate the darker facets of the entertainment industry and caution aspiring artists about whom they place their trust in. Williams made it clear that his concern wasn't with anyone but rather with feeling harassed and pressured into something he didn't desire. He underscored the importance of respecting boundaries and emphasized the significance of consent, irrespective of gender or orientation. "I respect everyone's right to love whoever they want to love, but I also respect my right to say no thank you," Williams stated emphatically. In concluding his narrative, Katt Williams emphasized the importance of respecting personal boundaries, highlighting that neither money nor fame should supersede the need for consent. His story serves as a reminder that individuals individuals should never feel obligated to do something they're uncomfortable with, regardless of their status or influence. Despite potential shifts in his Hollywood relationships, where he may have lost some friends and gained adversaries, one undeniable outcome is Katt Williams' surge in popularity following his dynamic appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast. During the nearly 3-hour episode, the acclaimed entertainer shared candid insights and unfiltered perspectives on fellow comedians and notable industry figures, including discussions about Diddy and even Pastor T.D. Jakes. Notably, Diddy encountered challenges at the end of 2023, facing a series of accusations involving relationships and legal matters, including a lawsuit settlement with his ex-girlfriend Cassidy. Katt Williams' and unrestrained commentary on various aspects of the entertainment industry significantly contributed to the podcast's widespread acclaim, further solidifying his position as an influential voice in the comedic landscape.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody...
Even renowned preacher T.D. Jakes found himself amidst controversy when unverified TikTok accounts falsely implicated him in scandalous activities, suggesting he attended parties hosted by Diddy. Additionally, his personal life came under scrutiny. When asked about the fear of being ostracized in Hollywood, Katt Williams responded candidly, stating, "What do you mean again? These individuals are not influential. Satan lacks creative power." Regarding Diddy and T.D. Jakes, he noted, "All those with questionable conduct are encountering difficulties in 2024. It's a time of accountability for everyone, whether you're Diddy or someone else. T.D. Jakes or any others, all falsehoods will be exposed. That's the truth. And those who misunderstand, well, they understand why. The truth illuminates." Both T.D. Jakes and Diddy are prominent figures with extensive networks. Critics have raised queries about Diddy's significant donation to T.D. Jakes' church in 2014, questioning whether it was a move to foster a favorable relationship with the preacher or possibly to secure tax benefits. Furthermore, concerns have been voiced over Diddy's purported exploitation of artists and his alleged failure to provide equitable compensation. This speculation has led to discussions about whether the donation was a means to sustain influence or control over Katt Williams, highlighting the intricate financial dynamics and power structures within the entertainment sector.
They're not paying me, y'all. And they're not making my pay go up because I'm doing better or nothing. It don't matter to them that I'm famous and people know me or nothing. They want to pay me exactly what...
Whether T.D. Jakes chooses to address the claims and clarify his role in the situation remains to be seen, adding further intrigue to the unfolding narrative. In a different context, Oprah Winfrey has also openly discussed her challenging moments, acknowledging Bishop T.D., and according to Katt, both Oprah and Tyler are also involved in ruining his career. Jakes was instrumental in helping her through what she describes as one of the lowest points in her life. Bishop T.D. Jakes shared a sermon titled "Save the Scraps," and Oprah, with her substantial following of 34 million on Twitter, retweeted the message, expressing how the sermon had helped her during a difficult time. In her tweet, she expressed, "This sermon helped me when I was at my lowest." And Jakes' sermon delved into the theme of patiently waiting for God to structure things appropriately before bestowing miraculous blessings, emphasizing the importance of personal preparation to receive the magnitude of what God has in store. The best miracles in your life take time to not be driven by hunger or need or necessity. Sometimes you've got to get yourself structured and in order so that you're ready to receive the magnitude of what God has for you, Jakes said in the sermon. Bishop T.D. Jakes underscores the significance of maintaining order, time management, and structure in the pursuit of one's goals. He cautions against overlooking the necessary foundations required to bear the weight of what God has in store. Jakes highlights the tendency of some driven individuals to neglect essential structures vital for sustaining their given responsibilities. Oprah Winfrey, a long-standing admirer of Jakes, has publicly expressed her respect for him on multiple occasions. Prior to the release of her TV church drama Greenleaf earlier this year, Winfrey consulted with Jakes to seek his blessing and assure him that the series was not inspired by him, his family, or his congregation. During a May Q&A session with the media, Winfrey shared insights from her conversation with Jakes, stating, "I spoke to T.D. Jakes and said, I just want you to know I'm doing a show about a megachurch, and the only resemblance to you is that our main character is called Bishop, and you're a bishop." He said, "I'm happy to hear that because I've heard some things about it." Winfrey emphasized her profound respect for the church and assured Jakes that she would not do anything to disrespect it. In Oprah Winfrey's series, Greenleaf, penned by Craig Wright, the script revolves around the dysfunction within the church and the family of Bishop James Greenleaf. Despite the focus on the flaws within the church and its members, Oprah stressed her deep connection to the Black church, stating, "I am who I am, sitting here today because of the Black church." And if Oprah is so supportive to Jakes, people are suggesting that she and Diddy might have demeaned Katt. While Williams candidly expressed his views on fellow celebrities, Kanye West received a different treatment. The stand-up comic attributed humanity's treatment of West and his mental struggles to being judgmental. "I suspect that we're pretty awful people. If we say that somebody's got a mental illness and then we watch what they do," he explained. "You are the one that put him in a position where he thought he was God and could call himself Jesus. And you're the one who told the guy that writes musical lyrics that he was a genius. You're the one that's like, so what do you expect?" Moreover, Katt Williams doesn't hold back his disdain for Diddy and his infamous parties. During his appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams discussed Dave Chappelle's decision to walk away from $50 million, indicating that it wasn't even close to what he himself had turned down. Williams claimed to have rejected $50 million on 4 separate occasions in his career, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about, right? Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. This sudden shift to criticize Diddy coincides with the mogul facing legal challenges, including lawsuits from 4 women, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie, over allegations of misconduct, with a settlement reached in the latter case. Later in the conversation, Katt Williams took another jab at Diddy. "When I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have because I know how blessed I am," he remarked. "If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling." His comment drew laughter from Shannon Sharpe. During the Club Shay Shay podcast, Katt Williams openly discussed various topics, from perceived grievances with Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey to a troubling encounter where disgraced movie producer Harvey Weinstein allegedly made inappropriate advances during a meeting. Williams also shared his thoughts on the artist formerly known as Kanye West, expressing confusion about public expectations regarding West's behavior. One person wrote, "I love Katt Williams. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him in 2009, when I was a restaurant manager. I was going through a rough time. My mother was in the hospital on her deathbed, and he gave me the most encouraging words that anyone has ever given me. I will always support him and keep him and his family uplifted in prayer." Another one added, "Katt Williams is still doing his thing professionally. He just chillin' when it comes to other stuff. He is a man of mystery. He just had a new Netflix special, won an Emmy last year and was featured on Black. He's still working and getting paid." One more person added, "I see Katt Williams all the time. He's constantly touring and doing shows. Plus, the whole Wanda Smith thing went viral and gave him more promotion than IG or Twitter could have. Katt Williams is the people's champ and keeps it all the time, and we all respect that." Now these incidents have stirred curiosity and speculation among fans and followers, because they have seen when a person exposes this much about them, they have a very little chance to live. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.